welcome back. And we are going into Cup for a Cause now. And on this Wednesday, we're dealing with a disease that has come to the fore over the last few years, and I think more so sensitively in Trinidad and Tobago. The Lupus, the Voice of Lupus Foundation is led by a young lady that is very familiar with those of us in the media, and she has had her own challenges with this disease, and hence found one of the major founders of this particular organization. And I'm talking about the Voice of Lupus, and I'm talking about Reeanna Harrilal. Reeanna, so glad that you can join me on set this morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
I want to start with what is lupus. I think that is probably a good place to start, so people will understand at least what the disease is in terms of the symptoms and what you can expect, if at all, that you think that you need to go and get yourself checked.
Lupus is a chronic, debilitating, autoimmune condition.
Wow.
Autoimmune meaning self. Your entire organs, tissues, it's compromised. Instead of protecting the immune system, instead of protecting the body from viruses and bacteria, it wages war on the body and starts attacking any organ.
So it's almost like your immune system
is
breaks down.
Working against you, it's fighting you. So it's like most lupus patients, they're fighting themselves, you know, and I can tell you that it has been a remarkable journey for me, because I suffered not only during my adolescence, but even childhood, because my symptoms manifested since I was the age of 13. And some of the symptoms of lupus, I mean, I know a lot of people confuse lupus with cancer. Yeah. Some even link it to HIV/AIDS. So, you know, there is a breakdown with regards to the information that's going out to the public with regards to what the disease actually is. And it's an autoimmune condition. So the autoimmune condition, it just basically means it affects the immune system or the body's ability to fight bacteria and viruses instead of fighting itself, really. Right. And most of my symptoms were mimicking, because I'm asthmatic as well, and being on steroids at a very young age, I developed joint pain, bleeding of the nose, you know, sensitivity going out in the sun. Photosensitivity was a major factor for me. When I go out in the sun, my skin would get so hot, and then I would develop a fever in the night. Then I also had black and blue marks all over my body, and you know, long ago they say, "Hey, Sukanya suck you," you know. Well, it wasn't that, you know, but you know, that was actually an indication that listen, something was wrong, and it just goes to show, because of the level of information that was out there at the age of 18. Not knowing where to turn to when doctors had told my mom, listen, with all these symptoms, there are two things, either autoimmune, mixed connective tissue disorder, or lupus. When you hear lupus and you just don't even know what it is, it's quite frightening. I remember going to the library and just researching, and then realizing it was like a death sentence, and not wanting to confirm the diagnosis. And, you know, I threw it behind me and, you know, forged forward with my passion and, you know, wanting to pursue this career in media. And God was so faithful that, you know, He blessed me with the career. And then after leaving radio for about 5-6 years at HCU Communications, I took a job at Guile. 3 months into the job, being on the field, loving it, because I'm knocking about and going everywhere and here, there and everywhere for stories and just enjoying it. But my body could not handle that, because 5 years I'm just there in a studio reading the news, sourcing it through the telephone. And I remember going to cover a story about lack of water in Diego Martin. Came back to the office to do the story, and I collapsed. And that's where everything started. And I must tell you, I sit before you as a conqueror, because I have been through so much in my life. I have done some stuff that I'm not proud of. I have been through the worst parts of my life. And I thank God that lupus was not, I'm not a victim of it. I'm a survivor of lupus. And my entire perspective changed after, you know, being fired from many jobs. And God just led me to start this foundation to raise awareness because people did not understand. And then too, my story is unique. Everyone has a story. I decided to own my story and, be a voice for someone who has lupus because I know what it's like to suffer silently. I suffered for years silently, not knowing how to speak out about how I was actually dealing with the diagnosis, one. Then you have to remember, because of the nature of the disease, a lot of things go wrong. Just the simplest task of getting up and brushing your hair, or as a matter of fact, getting up and just being able to dress. All of these things posed a challenge in my life a couple of years ago. And I thank God for what He has done because I'm sitting here only because of His grace. I mean, I've been through morphine addiction. I've been through a nervous breakdown. I've been through, just really hating the world and lashing out at those who cared about me. I mean, I've done some stuff that I'm not proud of, but thank God that I am here today and able to share my journey.
And you rose above those
That's right,
things,
because, I can safely say that God took my mess and made it a message. And that's why I started this foundation. I'm really passionate about the cause because there's so many people, Joel, who has lupus in Trinidad and Tobago, and they don't know who to turn to. They don't know how to talk and discuss. They don't know what helps are available. And the foundation, I mean it's an opportunity to boast a little bit in how good that corporate society has been to us in the past, that we were able to fund projects. We have a big project that's called the Hand of Hope project that I started 2 years ago to bring financial assistance to lupus patients. We do hampers, vouchers, food vouchers from high-low. We just share it out, and it's been so well funded. And I thank the sponsors who have done those things and bought into the idea that we actually help not only lupus patients, but we help others. And there are pictures that you can see that we provided, that you're seeing. There are many people that we help, and I'm so grateful that God has been able to use me to be the voice, one, and to be a voice because there's so many causes, and to really triumph over my dark situations in life. I mean, I think it served to really bring me down, but also to humble me, and also to open my eyes to the real cause and why we are here. We're not here to not only have a job and afford the fancy things in life, but it's about service to mankind. And I have used this to my advantage.
I want you to tell me a little bit about your journey post your diagnosis, but can I get you something to drink? Would you like anything to drink?
Well, what I would love to ask for may not sit too well with the listeners. I was thinking a shot of punch and always doesn't. I'm just teasing. I don't drink, guys, but maybe some coconut water or pineapple juice.
Oh, pineapple juice.
Yeah,
all right,
why not?
you got a pineapple juice. But I want you to just tell me after your diagnosis and that period of struggle that you went through. You're calling yourself now a survivor.
Yes, I choose to say survivor.
And so someone who may be diagnosed with lupus or think they have symptoms that would suggest so, it's not a death sentence.
No. At first, you're going to think that it's a death sentence because your entire body is against you. You feel like you're alone because, it's very difficult for a normal person to comprehend. Why is this person really saying that they're tired and they look perfectly fine? That's one. Thank you. And there's also this this notion that it's contagious. Lupus is a non-communicable autoimmune condition. So, Joel, if I touch you, you're not going to get it, right? I mean, I think we have advanced so much in terms of knowledge, education, technology, where we can share information. And, we are on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we have our own website. And, we share information, we share testimonies, people who have survived, people who are surviving. And, I want to encourage anyone who has lupus, don't give up. I know it's a very, unpredictable disease because today you're up and for the next 6 days you're flat in bed. So I mean, I rose above my circumstance. It hasn't been easy, but I didn't do it by myself. you know.
As we wrap, I just wanted you to tell me, because I know coming up on the weekend you have a candlelight vigil.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Just give us a little indication
Sure.
about what's happening on the weekend.
Right, so May 10th
Yeah.
internationally it's considered and commemorated as World Lupus Day.
Yeah.
And this is an annual event that we have where
Mm-hmm.
we host a candlelight vigil. This year's theme is entitled A Celebration of Light and Life. And we're honoring those who have lost the battle to lupus and those who continue to survive. You know, this year we lost the president of the Lupus Society of Trinidad and Tobago, Mr. Curtis Wilson.
Yes, yes.
And
a member of the CCN team for
that's
many,
right.
many years. Yeah.
And, you know, Mr. Wilson has been a pioneer
Yeah.
and also a voice
Yeah.
for the disease. How many years ago? Since in the 80s.
Yeah.
You know, so we would like to, you know, focus a little bit on him
Yeah.
and what he has done. And I mean, I know it's very emotional for the family, and we're asking members of the Lupus Society to come out and, you know, support, and, you know, let's remember what he has done.
Right.
You know, because I mean, obviously I started this, but he has been, you know, speaking about lupus and trying to build awareness since in the 80s.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, so we just want to pay tribute to those who would have lost the battle to the disease,
Mm-hmm.
and also encourage persons to pop for lupus. That's put on purple for lupus.
Pop for lupus.
Yes,
Okay,
and
I like
you know,
it.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, purple is such a beautiful color. Right?
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I mean, if you have anything purple, even
Yeah.
just a ribbon, come
Yeah.
down and, you know, to
Where is
support
it?
us. It's going to be at Woodford Square,
Yeah.
6 p.m. sharp.
Right.
And we have giveaways. We're giving away a lot of things to lupus patients.
Right.
And we have live and entertainment.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a really wonderful night. And we're asking persons to just come and light a candle.
If someone wants to
for us.
contact you for any further information, do you have a contact? that
Yes,
you-
I
yeah,
do.
yeah.
Yes, persons wishing to, you know, contact me, they can call the office line 221
Yeah.
9677.
Yeah.
My cell 327-0220.
Right.
The Voice of Lupus Foundation. That's the website.
Yes.
And contact at thevoiceoflupus.com.
Right. Excellent. I want to wish you all the best. I
Thank
think
you.
you're an inspiration to so
Thank you
many.
very much.
It really is a pleasure just being able to talk with you.
Thank
All
you for
right?
the opportunity.
Reeanna, thank you so much. All right, the Voice of Lupus, the founder, I think the main founder of the organization that's just trying to get that message out there, Reeanna, Harrilal. Guys, we're taking a short break. We're coming right back here on A Cup of Joe.